Hey, I'm Joseph Capps, and we are coming to you from the TheWrap studios. I am here with Candace Cameron-Bure, so welcome.
Thank you.
Pick out maybe a chapter from the book where you sort of, if again, nobody who has read the book, the message sort of.
There's so many different messages or lessons learned throughout the book. So, I mean, I even talk about how to handle criticism, even from online criticism. One week where I was dressed as Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and like, who knew a Little Mermaid costume was going to cause so much controversy? Because I had talked about modesty and wanting to be on the more modest side of the Dancing with the Stars costumes, because they can get kind of racy.
They get, well, not kind of, very racy.
If you want to be. Yeah, and I wanted to have fun with them, but not come out in next to nothing. So even this little two-piece Little Mermaid outfit, there was a lot of criticism online. There was a lot of support too, but it was handling all these, so many different voices coming at me of saying, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. And then I talk about, well, how do we talk to people online? How do we share our concerns and opinions without shaming one another?
Do you feel that the criticism came from even within like your following and fan base?
I would say it was definitely a lot of my fan base, even though there were many that were supportive, but I think some were surprised because when you use certain words like the word modest, well, everyone's definition of that word can be a little bit different. What my modest is may not be what your modest is.
Correct. Coming back, you know, with the reboot of Full House, back when you were on the sitcom and you were younger, there wasn't social media. It wasn't the way it was.
No.
So how do you sort of meld those two things? Because I read an incident, and props to you for taking some Instagram commenters to task, I guess, about your children.
Oh, yes.
And how do you sort of, those two, they're kind of diametrically opposed now. You sort of have to be part of social media, which can be a very negative place.
Yes. But I love social media because it's also wonderful, and I get to connect with fans and people that I never would have the opportunity to, so I love it. But yes, it can be a very difficult dynamic at times.
Do you find that that's the biggest difference? Because when I talk to actors and actresses, they do say that TV especially, that social media has really changed the dynamic.
It has a lot. It's so different because if you're not on social media, it can almost kill your career. And it's great in my case because I actually genuinely like doing it. But there's a spotlight on you that there never was before. And it depends how much you want to expose. And I love sharing with everyone, so I do talk about my kids and I post pictures about my kids, but at times it can be really difficult because of the feedback and people that hide behind their computer and would say things that they would never say to your face.
No, it's negative, as we call them, the internet trolls.
Yeah, it's called delete, block, block.
Yes. Being on The View now, basically, is that also what was attractive about that? Another platform where, like you said earlier, we all do have different views or opinions. We can talk about them respectfully and we can agree to disagree. Is that another reason that show was appealing to you, to sort of have yet another platform?
You know what? I mean, I've guest co-hosted a handful of times on the show, and that had never been something that I've been wanting to grab, but they've asked, and I realized that I enjoyed it. And I do enjoy it every time I go on, and I think it's really healthy that we have different opinions and get to share them.
Now, is this finalized? Are you definitely joining?
Nope.
It's
I mean, not. Nope.
Okay. Okay.